polymorphism in Java. So what is polymorphism? So polymorphism is from Greek word, means which is many forms. So in object oriented programming, any object oriented programming should obey certain things like encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Since Java is object oriented programming language, so it is allowing polymorphism. So in Java there are two types of polymorphism there. One is compile time polymorphism, another one is runtime polymorphism. So this compile time polymorphism is also called as a method overloading, and runtime polymorphism is called method overriding. So we will see with example what is method overloading and method overriding. So so I will so this is a class. So method overloading means within the class same method name but with different parameters. So in my Java class I will write two methods: static int add, otherwise I will put calculate sum of int. So this method will accept two integers, int being return a plus b. So this is a method which will allow two integers and it will add. So I will take this, I will remove this one, calculate sum. So I will take the same one, same method name, same return type, not same return type, it's a float, same method name but not float, it's a double. I will take double c double d return d plus c plus d. See, this is the two methods. This calculate sum is same, method name is same, but arguments are different. Here arguments are integer data type, return type is integer, and here arguments are double and return type double. This is the example of the method overload. So I will call here L1 2 comma 3 double L2 3.0 comma 4.0. Sum of integers L1 sum of double values L2. So if I run it, so 5 and 7. So this is an example of overloading. This is an example of overloading. Overloading means the same method name but different parameters and return type. So now we will see what is overriding. Overriding means you have to override the method available in the superclass. For example, if I take this example, so I will create one class called bank. This is my class. So I will declare one method called int rate of interest. I will return 0. So I'll create one more class SBI Bank. So this bank extends bank and I will override here. rate of interest. I will return 8. So this rate of interest in SBI bank is 8. I'll create one more bank, one more class. ICICI extend bank override return 9. So in my main class I'll comment all this code. So here I'll create object of SBI bank, SBI equal to new SBI bank. I will get what is the interest rate of SBI bank. SBI bank dot get rate of interest. Similarly, I will put some comment here. Rate of interest in SBI bank. So similarly, I will create an instance of, I will create object for ICICI bank, ICICI, no, ICICI. I'll take this inline. So I will print it. So see, so rate of interest of SBI bank is 8. Rate of so this method overriding is very helpful when you are giving a jar in form of jar, or when you are trying to develop a framework. So see, the bank, the interest rate we are overriding depends on this. Interest rate will varies from the bank to bank. So SBI have one different rate of interest, and ICICI different rate of interest are, but some transactions like deposit, so this bank have same functionality like deposit, withdrawal. So these are the some functionality a bank will be same, but the business logic will vary from bank to bank. So those we need to implement. So when you are writing a framework, or when you are giving a jar to some other one, so in that time this is very helpful. Method overriding is very essential and very helpful. Thank you guys. Please